How's your energy, Southern Arizona? Good evening to you. I'm Paul Cicala. COVID-19 precautions sideline most high school football teams in Southern Arizona until tonight. Apart from Push Ridge, South Point, and a handful of squads in Cochise County, most schools will be making their 2020 debuts tonight or next Friday. But unfortunately, that doesn't include Nogales High School. Initially, the Apaches were set to open up their season tonight against Sahuarita. However, the game has been canceled since a Nogales player tested positive for COVID-19. So there will be a 14-day quarantine. Nogales' game on November 6th has also been postponed. Meanwhile, dozens of other teams from Southern Arizona have the green light to play, and that includes Canyon Del Oro kicking off its season by hosting Cienega. It is our Friday Football Fever Game of the Week, and News 4 Tucson's very own David Kelly will be at the season debut for both schools and joins us live with more from Oro Valley.
Hey, Paul, it's great to see you back in studio and great to be back with you on a Friday night. And boy, we got a pretty good one to start things out here on what would normally be the end of the season, but it's the beginning of the season. It's Canyon Del Oro hosting Cienega tonight. Let's take a look at the warm-ups going on right now. This is actually going to be the second ever meeting between the teacher and the pupil. And when I say the teacher, I mean Pat Nugent, who you'll remember built this program here at CDO, and the student being Dustin Peace, who played and coached for Nugent here before taking over and winning a state title back in 2009. Now, Nugent and Cienega won that battle back in 2015. I asked Coach Peace what he took away from that night 5 years ago.
It was funny because my old AD actually emailed me this week, and she was all, you remember what happened that game? Because that night the lights went out, like late in the last drive, all the lights just went out dark, and we had all this scenario and other things. She's all, do you remember? I didn't remember any of that. You know, it was just crazy. I didn't remember the lights went out or nothing, and when she brought it, I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, 5 years, it seems longer than that ago. So much has happened since then, and this is for us to be playing this year and playing Coach Nugent. I'm just glad to be here. The lights are going to be on here any minute, and I know he is too. There was so much else going on that, you know, we just hope that our team come out here and competes and flies around.
And looking forward to seeing a couple of great offensive players tonight. Stevie Rocker, the fine running back for CDO, and Ryan Swoger, the excellent quarterback for Cienega. And without further ado, as I like to tell you, it's Friday night. Time to turn on the lights. Cienega and CDO, I will show you the players that lit it up here tonight on Friday Football Fever. We've got you covered here in Oro Valley. I'm David Kelly. Paul, I'll send it back to you.
Hey, thanks a lot, David. Don't forget, we will have our first Friday Football Fever of 2020 later tonight in the second half of News 4 Tucson at 10 p.m. All the in-depth highlights and then some. David Kelly and yours truly back in the mix. Now let's throw it over to Matt Brode for a look at our weather.
Paul Cicala, it has been a long 8 months without you. Good to have you back with us, my friend. All right, let's talk about fears. Are you afraid of the forecast? I'm afraid of Paul Cicala at times, but that's not going to count. Let's go over some Halloween fears. And pardon me for the pronunciation, but I'll do my best here.